to the computer.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So who here has heard of Chat GPT?
Okay, I'm just assuming Trisha's raising her hand because I know she used it earlier today. All right, so I'm going to speaker view for the recording. So with Chat GPT, it has a lot of capabilities. So a lot of it, like how many of us have busy summers planned? Super busy. We have all of the things between travels, kids, schedules, just all of the things. We are super busy. And then there's a bunch of you guys that are like Kathleen, you're like, I don't understand social media. I don't know what to post on there. I know Krista, you've even said to me, like, I don't know. I don't have the time. I don't know. There's you need to show up, but the drive and the creativity, it's just hard to come up with, right?
Yeah, or if it's follow-up emails, text messages, drip campaigns of any sort, like the chat can really help you out with this.
Mhm.
So first of all, so Chat GPT it's a form of AI, and it's machine learning essentially. So you can give it inputs and data. It has a huge database already, but you can give it inputs and things, and from those inputs, it can, like if you're putting in social media posts, it can help. It can learn from those social media posts
Mhm.
to help draft other social media posts that sound like you. Or if what we're going to do tonight is go over a introduction. So basically you're introducing yourself to chat as if it was a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
And you're going to give it your different accolades, a little bit of how you talk, your background, and all these things. And from that, it will actually kind of learn who you are and then be able to do a brief bio, a brief summary of some of the things that you've accomplished, and then also gain a little bit of how you talk. Now, to do all that in 30 minutes or less and have it come out exactly perfect isn't going to be necessarily doable. However, it's going to teach you a little bit of how it works and what you need to do and kind of learn from it. So what Joey and I've been doing is spending it depends on the day, but when I'm at work, I'm trying to spend like 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes giving different inputs and different things. And I'm using this for my job in boat sales, but also for pottery and a couple other things. And it's already been pretty handy.
Yeah. So we've already been playing around with it. We see a lot of ways that it can help you guys coming up with the content, ways for you guys to just streamline your life. So what it does is I'll share my screen. So there's different chats that you create. So you can see here on the left-hand side, I have all of these separate tasks going on. These over here, they don't talk to each other. They're all separate things. So what we're going to work on today is the intro so that it can learn who you are. It can learn who your target market is. And then then you'll ask it, please summarize what we talked about today so I can put this into other chats so you can then have something to go off of. And it's going to spit something out. So that way, when you're like, okay, social media, I need to make a post today. You can go and copy and paste that intro and say, hey, chat, please learn a little bit about me. You paste it in here, and then you can literally, Krista, you can do this. You can say, I need to post something on social media today for my target market. Please give me 5 ideas.
So, and you can tell chat what your target market is. It can help you come up with ideas for your target market.
That's the stuff that you're going to put into your intro.
Yeah.
So hopefully that kind of makes sense, because then it will spit out 5 ideas for you. And you can say, I like the first one. Let's work on that. And then it will again spit something out. And then you can copy it, change it to what you want it to be, put it back in, and it will say, okay, this sounds great. And you can change things around. So that's the power of this. I literally did this the other day. I said, I need to post something. I don't know what to post about. Please give me some ideas for my target market. And what I posted just maybe a half an hour ago, it spit out for me about chillax. It's great. So
Quick question.
yeah,
Is it, is it like that you're putting this information in, like in a profile about yourself, about your target? So you're building a profile. Okay.
Yeah, so when you get into chat, actually, I almost wonder if it'd just be better if we just go
Yeah,
into chat.
That was
and
my
create.
question, because we just got in, and so we all have like the blank one, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Where do I
So
put
you
my
go to new
profile and-
chat,
okay.
and it'd be like, if you want to say, hey,
Yeah,
we
be
always
nice.
like talk to it like it's an assistant because we're
be nice to your chat.
yeah. So it'd be like, hey, chat, I want to introduce myself so you can better assist me. That was kind of the prompt that I gave it. Hey, and then
Can you talk to it, Alex, or do you have to type it?
You have to type it.
Okay.
unless
should
I
do
mean,
that.
unless you have voice to
Should
text,
we
I
be
suppose.
logging in? Should we log into a Chat GPT on our computer?
Yep. Yes, please log in if you can. And I always use the website. From what I've been told, the website to the app doesn't really talk to each other very well. So I just always, even if I'm on my phone, I will still go to the website to use it.
So we use Google Chrome. We're Google people. So like when I'm at home and I'm on my laptop and I'm working with chat, and then I go to work and I'm on my work computer, my Google Chrome on my laptop and my work computer are synced. So then when I log into chat on my work computer, everything's like the same.
Can you tell me real quick? I see a couple options for Chat GPT login. One is it says chat.openai.com,
Yep, that one.
whatever, and it's got a little green symbol around it.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one that you'd log into.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to be
No, this is
interrupting.
other
but
people are going
I
to
wanna
have that
do it
exact
right.
same question. And it's been a long time since I've had to log in. So I forgot about that spot. So two things you're going to see up here at the top. There's the Chat GPT 3.5.
That's the free version.
That's the free version. So you can
And there's
see.
nothing wrong with the free version.
Yep. So it says our fastest model, great for most common everyday tasks. So that's what it's good for. There is the Chat GPT 4. This is $20 a month. But it does do, it's their most capable model. It's great for tasks requiring creativity, advanced reasoning, some things like that. So depending on where you're at, you may want to go to the paid version, but for what we're talking about today, we are going to be just doing the free version for you guys, the 3.5. So once you type in just a little bit about yourself, can't spell entrepreneur tonight for whatever reason. You
Just
can
say network marketer.
Yeah, you can click send. And it's gonna, hey Joey, it's great to meet you. I'm here to assist you with any questions or information you need. It's wonderful to hear that you're an entrepreneur in the pet industry with pottery. I'm sure the love of dogs and passion for nutrition can contribute to the success. How can I assist you today? So
It's
what we're
crazy fast.
yeah,
Like you'd think it would take like, a little spinny time, but it totally doesn't.
no, it's pretty fast, especially the 3.5. It is faster than 4, but I use 4 for a lot more of the creativity side of things. The 3.5, you're just going to have to massage it a little bit more because it's the way that it is. That's what we've just been told. The 3.5, you really have to work on it a little bit more, but it's great because it's free. All right, so I had you guys type out the about you.
Hold on, man. I'm at a point. I had to log in.
Okay.
Evidently, everybody was ahead of me.
Oh, you're good. Okay, so you're logged in. So
It says Chat GPT examples, capabilities, limitations. Send a message.
okay, so up in the top left-hand corner, do you see new chat?
I do see that.
Okay,
yes.
so click that.
I did. Okay.
So then down there at the bottom, it says send a message.
No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you can click that. And that's where you say, hi, Chat GPT, or hey, chat, my name's Kathleen.
Okay.
And then click send. or
Cool.
enter whichever one. And then it's going to start spewing out some stuff. And you can have a conversation with this chat. You can say, I want to give you some information so that you can learn about me. Now, hopefully all of you guys have this in a place so you can just copy and paste. So what I'd like you guys to do is put the about you in, like, copy and paste that into there, saying, hey, I want to give you some information so you can learn more about me. And then copy and paste your about you into there.
What?
I'm gonna put what he.
Oh. All right, did everybody get that far?
I didn't type out my stuff, so I'm at a disadvantage here. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just put in some basic stuff and then like you can always add to it.
Yes.
So again, like for my introduction, and we used intro as just kind of,
Yeah,
for a lack of a better term.
that's what our mentor had it as.
Yeah, so like every day, like I kind of think of new things and then I throw it in there. Like, hey chat, for future reference, here's some people that, or here's some books that I've read that have really had an impact on my life. Hey chat, here are some people that I follow on social media that I draw inspiration from.
Yeah.
And
I'm getting the steps down because my phone's having issues tonight, so I don't want to leave
That's okay.
where I'm at.
Yep. Yeah, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to give it the prompt of saying, hey chat, here is a little bit about me. And then you're going to put the about you information that you came up with into there and you click enter. Then you're going to say, hey chat, like the next prompt, hey chat, here are some of my goals and objectives that I have for my business or your life or whatever it is. And then you're going to copy and paste your goals and objectives into there and then hit enter. And then you could say, hey chat, here is a little bit about my target audience. Copy and paste it in there and then hit enter. So you're going to go through each one of those things, examples of typical tasks. And even if you're like, I don't know who my target audience is. If you want to get super specific, Chat GPT will help you. You can even just say as a prompt, hey chat, I'm having a hard time coming up with who my target audience might be. Actually, let's do that right now.
Yeah, there you go. You can type faster than I can.
Being a hard time.
I just pasted it all in there and it came up with, it was like it wanted to respond with its own answers, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think it has it's a good starting point anyway. So I like that. It was a good suggestion.
So Krista, if you have all of your stuff like copied and pasted in there, so what I would have you ask it is, please summarize the information for me and then see what it comes up with.
It smells those other dogs.
Okay, so, hey chat, I'm having a hard time coming up with my target audience. Can you help me come up with that? Of course, I'd be happy to. So then it's going to give you questions that you can answer. And then again, you can just copy these questions, paste it in there, answer those questions, and then it'll just keep going with asking you more questions. And then it'll give you ideas on things. So like Deb and Terry, I know you guys, that might be something that you need some help with. So that way, then you can say, great, now I have a blurb on who my target audience is. Like, who is that? Because then why we are doing so much work with this intro here is because this is where you're going to get all of the information. It's going to be in here so that you can then go and paste it into a new chat. And that's where you're going to be, because to keep it organized. So you're going to have one for social media. maybe you'll have one for ideas for making TikToks and reels.
Maybe you need one because I know Krista's least favorite question to get asked is, what's for dinner tonight? So maybe you have a whole chat about your family's dietary restrictions, and you can ask it, hey chat, can you come up with
5 dinner ideas for this week for my family?
That's awesome, because I could totally put in what I make for like a week or a couple weeks, and then I could be like, all right, give me some
Yeah.
new ideas.
Yes, and actually that's another great point is you can put in, this is the typical kinds of meals that my family and I like. And then you can give it what those meals are. The same thing with your social media. You can say, hey, chat, here are some of my past social medias that I've written so that you can learn a bit more on my voice. So that way it knows I don't use Boss Babe. And I just say, hey, dog mom. I don't say like, hey, crazy cat lady.
or I'm not super wordy, so it's not going to give me a 3 paragraphs to post on Facebook.
Yep. Maybe you have an email that you want to send to a breeder, or you want to send to a customer. This can help you write that out. Maybe there's a drip campaign that you've been having in your head that you want to write out for your customers. It can help you with that kind of stuff. So how's everybody doing with their intro and kind of letting chat know what they're about?
I'm working on it.
Awesome. Great job, Kathleen.
Because we can always revise this, right?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
100%. And then
Okay.
as
I
this-
mean, yeah. This is like a very rough draft, but
Well,
that's
I
okay.
think that's the point.
absolutely. So
Because it
then when you
refines itself, right? Like you give it feedback, because I was doing the little thumbs up thing, and then it said feedback, and like, oh, so it just refines it. So
Yep.
I think that's
Or
super
you
neat.
can even say, I've done things like when it comes to social media or anything, you can say, I really love the first paragraph, but please rewrite the bottom half with this story and about my dog. And then you can input that story about your dog and it will change it up for you.
Yeah, or like for those of you that don't know, like I sell boats too. So when I did the intro, I literally I put everything in there about like my current job, but then all the success we've had with pottery and different things about pottery. So I gave it like as much information as I could. And then when I asked it, hey chat, will you summarize the information that I've given you thus far in this chat? And then it did. Okay, great. Can you leave anything out to deal with boat sales? And then it would re-summarize it and leave all the boat sales out. And then like that's my intro stuff for like starting chats related to pottery. And then I did the same thing, but for another chat related to boat sales. Hey chat, will you leave anything out related to pottery and pet sales, and just leave boat sales stuff in there, and it refined it.
Yeah. Now, the one downside I will say with the Chat GPT is it doesn't retain your information long term. So like I said before, it does not talk with the other chats here, and it will only retain so much information within the current chat thread that you are in. So that's why you always want to be like, you're going to have that intro that it's going to make for you. That's why you really want to work on that, because that's going to be your core. That's going to be your thing. Now, if you are like, oh, I'm going to change up my target market a little bit, I'm going to add this kind of information in there, you're still going to have that core message of who Chat GPT came up with for you, of who you are. And then so that thing's going to be really, really important. And that's why we wanted to start with the intro, because it is the kind of the gateway into using the rest of the platform.
Yeah, everything else.
Yep.
Now, let's take business out of it. And I'll use, dinner again as an example, because I think a lot of people can relate to what am I going to make for dinner? What am I going to do for this? Like, and really what this is, I mean, what chat is a virtual assistant for you. It's an AI virtual assistant just to help you with be more efficient with your time and come up with ways to I don't know, just outsource different things. So Krista, not to pick on you, but it's just easy. So
I can
Krista
take
has-
it. You're good.
yeah, Krista has a son that has celiac disease, so gluten free. So like you could create a whole chat and talk and just, and I love that you're already 2 steps ahead of this too, where you can put in your meals that you make on a regular basis. And then from that, it can kind of learn from like, oh, this is what your family likes, and it needs to be gluten free, and it might come up with other alternatives.
Yep. And then you can even say too, okay, so there's the recipe. Please come up with a shopping list for me from that recipe. And then it will literally give you the shopping list. Now there's even more capabilities. We're not going to get into that because that's more of the paid version and I don't know how to do that stuff yet, but there is more capabilities with that.
So what is it that, this is kind of fun.
Isn't it?
Oh my God, this is addicting.
Whoever
It
thought
is, like-
Kathleen would say that technology is addicting?
Nobody's gonna have friends anymore because Chat GPT can be like, I want
Well,
you to be
I-
positive
okay,
and
so-
uplifting.
So let me just say
My
this.
wife's out of town
The-
for the weekend.
I wrote, a little bit about myself, and I didn't even read all this because it's coming up so fast. But then they said, what would you like to know? I said, what would be your social media post to attract others to want to join me in business? Well, I didn't really read them, but my God, it just spit out like 5 suggestions, and
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
Kathleen, if you spent some time, so this is what I did the other night, is like any different awards we've gotten over the years, trips we've gotten,
Yeah.
recognition. If you put that all in there, then it can
Oh my,
use
yeah.
it can use that recognition and different things like that. And the more it learns about you, the more it will be able to help like, find
So-
and create posts that.
Okay, here's my question. So I see all this stuff on the left. I mean, I'm just typing away. Do you have to categorize things? Or you just like talk and it just does it for you?
I mean,
I personally like to categorize it. So that way,
Okay,
because the way that I'm going to be showing up on social media for like my Facebook and Instagram posts might be a little bit different than how I want to show up on maybe TikTok. If there's going to be a difference there, or if there's like I have my Etsy shop. So there's I like to keep it categorized. So that way, the only thing that I'm talking about in that is that one subject.
okay, so maybe on a different call, you can show me how to do that, because I'm just typing
well,
away.
you,
It's
you would
just,
just create a new chat.
Yep.
So like,
So
how about?
oh, you go
you're
to
good.
new chat, and then can you title the chat?
yep.
Is that, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so let's go to, real quick, we'll show you. So Joey, if you could be in your intro,
Hmm.
this is your main intro, correct?
Yeah, this is so this is a summary of my avatar, my target market
Yep.
for pottery business. This is what it came up with.
But what I want you to do is, prompt it to
God.
summarize this current chat.
Joey, I spent $3,000 to meet with some women to learn this. Not GPT chat. I'm talking about
Okay.
to get this information that you've had GPT.
The target market, Kathleen.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Joey's having this
I was just
summarized.
pulling it up and looking
This
at
is
it.
what most people are going to be at.
Yeah.
So after you've populated it with plenty of information in your intro, you can, hey chat, please summarize this chat. And then it will go through, obviously there needs to be some
Some updating a little bit. because it doesn't have my name because it was too far up. But it knows that I'm a wifey. I'm not a wife, I'm a wifey.
Now, so now watch this. And you say, hey, thank you, chat. You don't have to be nice to it, but it's a weird thing that we
Do, yeah.
Thank you for the summarization. My name is
Joey.
will you please
Input my name. Right?
Yep.
Oh my God, and they'll do it again. Mm.
Dynamic and energetic entrepreneur who's always up for new adventure. She's married to a partner in crime, Alex.
And it did that.
Yeah. So now what you can do is
Literally
you
doing
can
it.
further revise it and say, hey, I'm not like I wouldn't use the words partner in crime, or what you can do is rewrite it yourself and say like, hey, I appreciate what you gave me.
Here are my edits.
Yeah, here are my edits. This is how I would have worded it.
Yep. So
So
I've done
when you have to read, you don't retype it, you just copy it and paste it and say, these are my edits?
Yep. So
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Kathleen. So once you get it to where you're like, awesome, I love this. This is my bio. This is my intro. This is great. Then you're going to go up here to new chat. And then you can type in and whatever prompt, like, hey chat, I need to come up with an email to send to my first time customers. Here is a little bit, I type about me so you can learn more. And then you copy and paste your intro and then you hit enter.
Cool. Got it.
And then it's going to come up with it.
So it's the first message that it's came up with in this new chat. So it quite hasn't had time to learn necessarily what you're all about and stuff, but the intro does help.
Yeah. Because then you, so like, okay, I labeled that one. I went up here and I clicked the little edit button next to it. And so I renamed it as email. That's how you do that. But now you can say, okay, now that you've learned more about me, I need to make the email for a first-time Pawtree customer, welcoming them into my community. Now with this prompt, the more information that you can give it in the prompt, the better it's going to be. So the prompt really does matter, but that's why we really wanted you guys to work on the intro today, because as you can see, this is the main thing that you need to have so that you can put that into the other chat to work on your social media, to work on your dinner plans,
Wow.
your reel ideas. I know, Deb, you've been doing the 30-day reel challenge. Amanda, you have too. So this is a thing where you could play around with some of the hooks that they've been giving you. If you're like, man, I'm just so stuck on this hook, I don't know what to do. Well, once you have your intro of who you are, who's your target market, who are you talking to, what are your likes, your dislikes, the things that your goals and aspirations in life, you can say, hey, I need to make a TikTok with this hook. Please give me some ideas. Please give me some options. And then it's going to be spitting some things out for you guys. So that's the training that we have. What are some questions and questions that you guys have? Or even just talking through some ideas.
I think those are the shortcomings. So one, you said like it won't, like, does it not save all your chats, or it just doesn't remember from like a certain date forward, or what's the?
I think it's like, it's the current. So like if you're in there talking with it a lot, that specific chat thread, then it's going to remember that information more because you're going to be using it. But it does not retain the information for privacy. It says it doesn't for privacy. And it's also only good up until 2021.
I think, yeah, the chat GT or,
The cutoff, the information cutoff is as of 2021.
but that's for the 4.0 version.
Yes.
So the
Like it doesn't know what
3.5
happened before
versions-
that time?
Mhm.
Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah, so anything that's happened after 2021, it doesn't have the information for. But
After or before? Before.
After.
the cutoff for the information is before time until 2021. So
Oh,
anything in
okay.
2022 or 2023, it has not learned yet.
Got it.
So,
Okay, so go ahead.
well,
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, it knows what the Pawtree products are. If you say Chillax, it knows what it is. If you say GastroPro Plus, it knows what it is.
Yeah, I actually can
That's
even
cool.
ask, yeah, go ahead and even ask it like, hey, could you summarize what pottery is?
So, what I've done so far, which is very minimal, I categorize whatever that's in this chat. Will it save it under my intro or do I have to do something?
So as long as you're doing your intro is going to be your about you, who you are, all that kind of stuff should only be in your intro, and it'll save it in there for a certain amount of time.
And if what you're asking, so maybe show the little edit. So
But what
that's
I'm
how
saying
you-
is, okay, so how do I make that? I made something that says, I made a tab today. It says my intro. Now, do I have to copy something and put it in there? Or is it going to take everything that's on this chat and put it in there?
Nope, you'll have to copy it. So just like I did up here. So
Okay,
from my intro that I showed you guys, where I said, come up with that intro for me, that bio. So then I copied it. And remember, I made a new chat and then said, hey, chat, I need to come up with an email to send to my first time customers. And then I pasted the intro into it. So every time you start a brand new chat, you're going to want to paste your intro in there so it knows who, like, your information. Because if you start a brand new chat over here and I tell it that my name is Sally, then this chat's going to think my name is Sally.
now that's not really what I'm asking. Real
Okay.
quick, what I have this chat that I started and I told chat, about me,
Mhm.
and then it spit out all this stuff. How do I save this? Are you telling me I cannot save it?
So when it's in that thread right there,
Yes,
it will stay there.
oh, it will.
Yeah.
For how long?
I don't know.
I'm,
Well, like if I log out, when I come back, it'll still be there. That's what I'm asking.
Oh.
yes, if you log out and you log back in, it'll still be there.
Okay.
Yeah,
can
or
see how-
like,
Yeah, you'd want to like copy and paste it to Word or something, like if you're creating some kind of document or some like quick reference, so you don't have to go back and go through all your chats. You could just like
Right.
copy and paste it somewhere and
So,
Yeah.
so I'm
have it ready
saying,
to go.
I just said, hey, chat, here's who I am. And I made a little paragraph. Now I made a tab over on the left. It says my intro. How would I get that, put that little part in there?
So you would highlight it, you copy and paste it,
Highlight it. Okay.
and then
yes.
copy. So Control
Yes.
C or right
Yeah.
click,
Copy. Yeah. Yeah.
and then you can go into Asana or Google, wherever you want to save.
No. I want to put it under my intro, this little tab over here.
yeah, then you would just go into the intro.
My intro, when I did that, I highlighted it. So I hit copy. Do I get I don't do a new chat, do I?
No, so Kathleen, what you probably did is you changed the name of your current chat to my
yeah.
intro. You didn't create
Right.
a new chat yet.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to
So
create.
why don't I create a new
New chat.
chat?
Yep.
Well, I just hit it and then
So if you have that blank screen,
it says Chat GPT and then it
Yep.
says
and then
paste.
so down there in the send the message, you would paste
Yeah.
that in there.
Yeah, I did.
And
I
then
did.
you can say, here's some information to learn about me.
I did that.
Yep. And then whatever you want that chat to be for, whether it's social media or emails or, all right, bye, Trisha.
Okay, I'll have to do I'm probably gonna have to do this another time and screen share because I did it. And then it comes up with a bunch of information. I
So
maybe,
over here on the left, how
yeah,
many chats do you have? Like over
I
here.
see, okay. Yes, okay. What I have is 2 now. I have one that says retiree embracing life. It named that.
Nice. Okay.
So evidently it took that copy and made that a link. All right. All right. Okay. I think I know now.
So yep, that retiree one is your brand new one. So you can make that
That's right.
about whatever you want. If you want it to be social media posts, I would click the little button right there, the little
It's like a-
pencil.
Wait a minute. I'm
Well-
looking at my own thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, 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 yes.
So you can
And yeah,
click
and I
that.
can change it. Or I'm gonna leave it where it is right now. I'm not ready to categorize anything. I gotta, to me, the first thing I would want to do is build my chats, my info over there, and then figure out where I want to send it, right?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah.
That's the only goal tonight that we
Yeah.
wanted to accomplish.
Exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That's what I thought.
The whole goal tonight was
Yeah.
just to get your guys' intro so that you guys can then go and play around with it more. And if you guys want more training on this, we can definitely do another one. But I just wanted to give you guys some way that I know we're all busy. I know sometimes it's like you can struggle to come up with content. And this is a really great way to have a virtual assistant, take some of that time. So like on Tuesdays, all day I'm working social media to plan out what I'm going to do. So then I don't have to think about what am I going to post today.
And again, this is we'll be very kind of like niche down, and I'll pick on Krista some more. So let's say Krista wanted to create a blog about feeding her family a gluten-free diet. She could input, like, my target audience is families that have somebody that is dealing with celiac disease, but are really busy and need simple, convenient ways to come up with.
That don't have weird ingredients. I want to come up with a blog for people like that. So then you can say, okay, my first blog is going to be an intro about me. Well, you've already copied and pasted your information over into that. So it's going to have your intro. So it's going to talk about how long you've had to deal with this, how many kids you have, your husband. It's also going to talk about how you think it's important to have healthy nutrition for your pets as well. But the main thing that it's going to talk about is the intro about you. Then you could say, okay, I need to come up with some more. Help me come up with the ideas. So it's great for you to give it the ideas, but also it's like Google. Think of it like Google.
Like I have to come up with a weekly 45-second commercial, or every week a 45-second commercial about pottery to share with my networking group. And like, it's not just me, but everybody's like either puts it off to the last minute or struggles to come up with something new. So I think that's great. Like, especially because I could leave all of them in there and be like, this is what I've done for the last 4 weeks. Give me something new, you know?
Yep.
And I know it already knows how much 45 seconds is.
Yeah. Well, any of you guys, I'll give you guys a little teaser. Any of you coming to PawFest, if Alex and I are doing our testimonial on stage, it was written in AI. So
However, it's
we morphed it, we changed it. But so one of the things too is you can think about, like for me, I want to be talking more professionally, but also myself. And so sometimes there's some words that maybe I wouldn't quite use or something, but I know that I want to be talking in that kind of voice or using some of those types of things. So don't be afraid that even if you're like, well, I don't use that word. Is it a word that you want to start using? Is that something that you do want to, especially when it comes to social media posts? The last quite a few have been done with my AI help. And so you guys can probably see, oh, she doesn't necessarily say that, but it's words that I would like to start using more.
mm-hmm.
and it spells everything correctly.
Yes.
You could probably cut and paste, I would bet, and it'd be like, is everything spelled correctly? And it would spell check your stuff.
Yeah, it does. Yep. And the
It
thing,
does that, or like if you wrote a post or an email or something and you want it to be a little bit more refined, you can say, hey chat, I wrote this email, will you help me make it longer or refine it, or check for errors?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can tell it to make spelling errors.
As a parent, we have to, sometimes we send like the ragey emails, and so then you could say like, make it nice.
yes, you can totally do that.
Yeah, or like if you have more humor based, you can, if it's making a social media post for you and it's all serious, you'd be like, okay, thank you, but could you make this more humorous?
Yeah, like I just had one. I had it make a Facebook post for me. Then I had it rewrite it as an Instagram post, so that way it's not the exact same thing on both platforms. And then I said, please make this into a concise TikTok. Well, it did that, but in my TikToks, I try to be a bit funny. So I said, well, doesn't trying to find that work-life balance, isn't it as hard as trying to find the dog poop in the fall time? And it's like, oh, how great. So then the rest of it, it made kind of funny about trying to find dog poop in the fall time, So you can add in some of those jokes if you are a funny type person. So, and yeah, like Alex had a great idea too, is maybe on your phone going into the website, and you could use the voice to text. So you don't have to type everything out. Kathleen, that might be something to think about. I don't want to have to type all of this.
Yeah.
You can try it out. I haven't tried it, but the voice to text, if it's good enough for you to like come out how you want it, you could try doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I think this is just something you have to play with and just
Yep.
build it. And I just wanted to see what it was about, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty blown away.
Yeah, so Kathleen, like any of your pottery awards that you've earned or anything, you can just put it in. Hey, in 2020, I earned
Pause up award or whatever.
I don't know any of.
But yeah, we just figured you
I-
guys would be very excited about this, Alex. Like we need to keep it short and sweet because they're gonna want to go in and play with it. So if you guys don't have any other questions about this, or if you do, feel free to message me. But get in there, play around with it. You can't break it. One of the nice things is you can always start a new chat and start over.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, it looks really intuitive. Like it's pretty.
Yeah. Danielle, did you have any questions? No.
I see in the chat you want to have one-on-one.
I'm not really sure. I feel a little lost with this whole thing, so I didn't want to like interrupt you guys during it, and didn't know if one of you could talk to me about it like at another time.
Yeah, well, you could also watch the replay. I'm gonna get, once it gets all downloaded and stuff, I'm gonna post the recording into the 5-star team page. So I'll have you watch the replay because we really go in depth into how to get this started. Because I know you kind of came in like halfway through.
Yeah.
So if you watch the replay, you'll know what we're talking about, and then we can definitely do a one-on-one. And
I mean, and there are millions of like the possibilities for chat is kind of endless. We're kind of keeping things pretty short and simple, like, hey, here's an introduction about yourself, and then maybe using it to create some Facebook posts or emails or things like that. I mean, I had it create a payment calculator for me and write everything out for a Google Sheet.
yeah, I can
On
get
the
you
exact
Excel.
things. So I give it like the different information that I needed, and then it created a payment calculator, like, I mean, almost instantly. So there's a lot of things that you can use it for.
Yeah.
I just have to laugh. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, go have fun. Go play around with it. And yeah, we'll schedule another one of these later on if you want.
Okay, yeah, I missed most of the video, so I'll watch the replay. I just kind of was trying to see how it's different from the AI I have been using, but I
Okay.
kind of came on late because my Zoom kept crashing. So,
No, no.
and then I was distracted, so I wasn't on top of
Yeah.
making sure.
What AI are you using right now?
The Google.
Oh, the Google
Yeah,
one?
Google Bard.
Yeah.
You're very
And then I
welcome,
also,
guys.
the Blink app for the video recording, it has a built-in AI. So when I don't feel like transitioning over to Google to give me ideas, if I'm doing a video, I just have the Blink app give me an idea for what to say for my teleprompter part of my videos. So
Yeah.
I just kind of dabble in a couple different AIs. Basically,
Yeah,
Canva has
that's where we're at too. with
Yeah.
our chat, and I mean, we've just found a lot of use. I think it's pretty simple, and the fact, I mean, it's free. I haven't played around with any of the other ones.
yeah, all the ones I've played around with have been free. I think either that or Canva was on a free week trial, but
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Cool.
Miss
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
all
If you guys have any questions, feel free and reach out. But if not, I mean, you can always ask chat too.
Yep.
I would actually encourage to ask the chat questions. And then if you're still struggling, reach out to us.
Yep. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.